Hello everyone and welcome back. House shifting is easy, said no one. The most difficult task for me was settling the kitchen, which I had been ignoring for a very long time. Not out of laziness, but due to a lack of willingness and motivation. I think I was falling into the constant loop of denial and delusion. Since the kitchen didn't look good, the thought that it would not look good anyway kept pulling me down. Not just the countertop, but even the overhead kitchen cabinets are cluttered and messy. Sometimes it's hard to convince our minds that it's okay. So, during such times, I take breaks and don't push myself too hard because if I will do, I know that the output won't be as fulfilling as it should be if I do. First, let me give a quick glimpse of my current kitchen. Everything is all over the place, and finding the right ingredients is a struggle in itself. As the festivities approached, I knew I needed to take action. Although regular cooking is happening in the kitchen, it's needless to say that cooking is neither exciting nor inviting at the moment. Karthik and I have decided to get some carpentry work done later to improve the overall functionality, aesthetics, and storage of this kitchen. But before that, I wanted to organize everything to understand what I needed to make the most of my money and energy. Following the first rule of organizing, I started taking everything out of the kitchen. It was the most laborious task, but I knew I couldn't even begin without doing this. The kids had gone to school and I had cooked lunch early in the morning to give myself full time to work on this mega project of the house. I had a good 4 hours, so I decided to tackle 3 major tasks today. First, finish organizing the top cabinets. Second, set up a mini pantry. And lastly, decorate my countertop to inspire me to organize the remaining sections of the kitchen. It was during this process that I truly understood how a cluttered space can feel demotivating and drain our energy levels. As I mentioned, it wasn't easy for me to motivate myself to set up my new kitchen. But as I worked on it, I felt a sudden surge of energy and excitement to finish and see the end result. As I always say, it's the first 5 minutes that require the most effort. Once we cross that hurdle, everything flows naturally and the momentum builds. So this is for my friends who feel stuck. Just remember 2 things. A. Life is how you make it. If you want to feel better, work towards it. And B, it's just that initial push that takes the most effort. Once you focus on your goal, be it as simple as decorating a corner of your house, you will surely enjoy the process. It took me some time, but I finally took everything out of the kitchen and temporarily placed it on the dining table. Knowing I had limited time, I stuck with my initial plan. Although with the momentum I had gained, I was itching to organize the bottom drawers too. Instead, I decided to give everything a quick scrub and wipe down. We had a professional cleaning done in the house before and after moving in, but kitchen organizing cannot begin without cleaning. I plan to gently scrub the countertops and cabinets with dishwashing liquid. This kitchen has 2 parallel countertops. The opposite side has many issues, so we are planning to make some changes there later. The stove side is small with limited workspace, but that cannot be changed. Hopefully, I'll find ways to work around it soon. Having worked in many different kitchens, I now find adjusting to any kitchen a cakewalk. Although I have my preferences, choices, and wishes, but I also recognize my limitations, so I try to adjust accordingly and change whatever I can to suit my needs and desires. During unpacking, I had put everything out in the kitchen without really organizing anything. There was so much to unpack, and my only goal was to get rid of all the cartons and make things operational. As a result, the kitchen looked untidy and cluttered. However, I knew this kitchen had potential, and only after organizing a few areas would I understood how to turn it into my dream kitchen. With the basic scrubbing and cleaning done, I'll place the air fryer in its current spot. The bottom section is clean now, so I'll take everything out from the top cabinets. All the storage containers are placed randomly, making everything look messy. I'll group the containers to create a more organized and less cluttered appearance. I'll also give the cabinet a quick wipe down. Similarly, I'll remove items from the other cabinet as well. I haven't spent any money or bought anything new at the moment, so I'll try to make the most of what I already have by rearranging them. The first thing I'll do is group similar looking containers together. This automatically reduces clutter with minimal effort. If you find certain areas of your house untidy, try synchronizing or using similar colors, themes, or elements. These containers are old but very transfer friendly, airtight, and perfectly shaped for storage. However, I am also on the lookout for alternate solutions. If you have any suggestions, please drop them in the comments below. Next, I have these spice bottles, and for them, I'll use a Lazy Susan. This Lazy Susan is also old but an absolute gem. It has plenty of space and can accommodate many bottles. Since it's made of wood with a metal bar, it is very sturdy. Next, I'll collect all the loose packets into similar looking baskets. I'll group packets of same category to make the storage more functional. If you have similar items lying around in your house, grouping them or hiding them in a basket can provide an instant lift and tidiness. Since the other cupboard is close to the stove, I will start by placing the essentials first. My masala dabbas, dry flour box, oil and ghee container. There are many small items I need regularly like salt, hing, honey, chaat masala and more. So I decided to keep them in this Lazy Susan next to the steel containers. This area has good height and enough space for a step organizer, which I use to store my other spice jars. Sometimes we buy certain food items but cannot consume them in one go. So I try to store them in baskets. The same goes for spices. I put them in reusable glass bottles and keep them collected in one place. On the top shelf, I'll store baskets of extra groceries and packets of food spices. Now moving on to the temporary pantry space I'll create in this kitchen. I have a trolley that I bought from IKEA a long time ago. I usually dismantle it during transfers and reassemble it as needed. It has plenty of space to store many containers. So on top shelf, I'll place the most frequently used food items like breakfast essentials, sprouting pulses, and bundi for raita. Next, I'll add some extra containers and other groceries in the bottom shelves. Now I'll focus on countertop organization and decor. This corner next to the burner is a waste space, so I'll utilize it for both aesthetics and functional purposes. The space on the other side of the stove is very limited, but I don't want to leave it empty. First, I'll start filling the blocked corner. I'll place some odd-shaped boards to enhance the aesthetics, along with a stone mortar and pestle and a mini planter to add life to this corner. Next, I'll add this scallop tray to this corner and include some functional and aesthetic elements. On the other side, I'll put my large chopping board. I'll again use the same scallop tray to hold the chakla on top of this plate holder with some frequently used spatulas next to it. A small vase with artificial flowers will brighten this area, as this corner is the first thing we see while entering in the kitchen. Next, I'll address this built-in mini open shelf. In the corner, I'll place the tea and sugar containers. Towards the center, I'll add some random kitchen decor items that I feel will bring color and warmth to the kitchen. On the other side, I'll place glass containers with some daily use seeds and nuts along with the casserole. I'll also make good use of the microwave top since the outlet is on the side and the top doesn't get hot. I'll place the hot water kettle and a basket of fruits there for complete visibility. Lastly, while some decor elements may seem unnecessary in the kitchen, they truly make the space warm and inviting. I don't like working in a dull kitchen, so I'm adding some decor touches to spice it up. I'll use this 3-pin socket which helps operate different appliances at different times since it has 3 switches for each appliance. Now here is a little before and after to see how much I have progressed. This was the before when I wasn't willing to do anything in the kitchen, let alone decorate the space. And this is what it looks now that I have gained momentum and turned it into my cozy den. All I know is that it's only going to get better from here. This is just the beginning, and after this transformation, I am super excited to see what else I can do or add. Some of you might find a few things odd or unnecessary, but for me, the kitchen is more than just a cooking space. It's an emotion, my stress buster space, my den, and my creative outlet. I want it to bring me joy and happiness, even if it's just by placing a small photo or a bunch of flowers. I hope you enjoyed watching this kitchen organization vlog. Let me know in the comments which part of organization you liked the most. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel to show some love. Also, join me on Instagram for some behind the scenes and glimpses into my daily life. See you all in the next vlog very soon.